Yo, what's good, YouTube? This video for risk reduction purpose. We are actually strain reviewing the pineapple upside down cake. And I will give you a quick strain review explanation of this strain. Basically, um, it's like so the the cakiness of the pineapple upside down cake is basically like it's like the birthday cake effect of like I got it's like birthday cake a lot, like the indica side of it, but like it has a more sativa effect than and that comes from the citrus cross, whatever it's crossed with, that makes it pineapple upside down cake, as well as the birthday cake. But it's like but in general, it's like it has like so. Anyways, I for example, like uh okay, so I would describe this high a lot like Khalifa Kush if you ever had it, without the like super tripping balls thing that Khalifa Kush kind of does. In general, I kind of feel like it does, but like OG Kush is also at a similar strength level, for example, but it doesn't kind of make you trip balls. It's more of like a fun high. I usually describe it as. Pineapple upside down cake kind of like that too, but it's like the freaking so like if I were to choose between those three, for example, it's like example, I'd usually choose OG Kush in general. I grew up with my friends smoking a lot of like OG Kush like strains. OG Kush, SFV OG, it's like purple cheese, sour diesel, all kind of on the similar kind of level, but like also even just legit OG Kush, purple Kush. Uh, we even had Snowcap this one time, and all those strains are kind of on the similar like they're very fun strains. Like being that what I would call a fun strain is kind of one that you can more, which birthday cake is what is like that. So the pineapple upside down cake is more similar to that, to where I would choose the pineapple upside down cake probably over some like Khalifa Kush, because just in general, so like again with these fun strains is kind of like you can smoke like a whole blunt of OG Kush, and the high that you get is very strong, but at the same time is very recreational, very fun feeling, very like. Except, I mean, especially because I grew up with that kind of weed, anyways. So that has a lot to do with it, I'm sure. But just in general, it's like the party vibe of a strain. And if like you and your friends smoke like a blunt of that, it's like it's in general a very chill like party vibe type of high. Whereas just a few hits off the blunt of Khalifa Kush will have you like tripping balls high. So not to say that I don't like Khalifa Kush. I love Khalifa Kush actually. I think they did a great job with that strain. I think it's even stronger than OG Kush and Pineapple Upside Down Cake. Um Pineapple Upside Down Cake is more like the like freaking still just more like it's but Pineapple Upside Down Cake, the high is very similar to Khalifa Kush in that it's they both feel a lot like some like very strong cake, but with like some kind of sativa kick to it as well. That's also very strong. Um, it's just that Khalifa Kush kind of makes you trip balls, whereas the pineapple upside down cake, I feel like it more does not make you trip balls and is more functional. For example, here I'm gonna take a hit. Oh, oh my god. God damn, that was massive. Holy shit. Oh my god. So, holy shit. So, anyways, like god damn, my preferred. Holy shit. My preferred activity, kind of like after smoking pineapple upside down cake. For example, OG Kush usually would be like to watch terminal montage or some shit that doesn't even make sense. Kind of complement the kind of like trippy aspect of OG Kush, but pineapple upside down cake is more uppy type, introspective type, creative type of a feeling as well, which Khalifa Kush would have if it wasn't so up in your face with how much it makes you feel like you're being like abducted by aliens. It's very strong. Again, like you can smoke a whole blunt of this stuff too, and you're mostly gonna get a very strong like birthday cake, indica, relaxed high, combined with the creative aspect, which again like so like my the kind of YouTube videos I would watch off of this shit is more like some like interesting type factoidy type shit that I could actually like take something from. Like it could be arranged from anything from just like a normal YouTuber to also like literally Animal Planet, basically. Like it's definitely a type of string that'll get you into a creative mind space, and it's definitely a good strain for that. Again, it feels like Khalifa Kush. It's just like they neutered out the aspect that feels like you're about to be abducted by an alien. Because Khalifa Kush just is like that. It just really is like, which is good. I like that. I just personally can't smoke like a whole blunt of Khalifa Kush and come out looking like I know what I'm doing, or like I like you know like I'm hard, like, oh, I'm smoke like a whole, because I can smoke a lot of weed. I can smoke blunts. I can smoke tons of weed. I can smoke up to like fucking a whole quarter of weed or some shit. I can smoke. I can smoke. You know, but certain strains just are that strong to where you know, even if you're just like, oh, I could smoke anything, blah blah blah, you're gonna be feeling it though. And it's just like if you want to if you smoke that much of Khalifa Kush, I could do it. I could do it if I want to. It's just not gonna be as good of a high for normal ass shit. LOL. I don't know why I ranted about Khalifa Kush so much, but well, I guess because it's very similar to this strain actually. But this strain's a version of it that even with like the same THC content, like they basically do have like very similar. I think this is probably like 28%. Khalifa Kush usually probably like 32%. Um, just still, it depends a lot on terpenes and stuff. On a like, for example, on a different note, I used to go back and forth between indica and sativa, a really strong leaning Also, it's like, um, well, like for example, this will get you to a plateau where you kind of get to a point where, and that's just general for like cake and like Pineapple Express. You get kind of get to a level where not much smoking more, not much more will actually do much for you. You kind of get the best of the strain from a certain amount. With this, if I smoke like three more hits, probably would be right there. And when I could afford it, I used to have a lot of weed to where I would have like a lot of like pure sativa and pure indica, and straight up for like also for the risk reduction and furthering your knowledge of cannabis. uh Basically you can get to where that like from this video, um that if you have some pure indica and you like for example some like what's it called, some some like Granddaddy Perp is one of them. Oh, Purple Punch, that's a really good example. So basically some Purple Punch is almost purely, or Granddaddy Purple is like purely indica, anti-anxiety, anti-insomnia type strains, to where you'll fucking just, after smoking like a gram of that, you can even get to where your day's ruined. You have to sleep. You have to do something, or else you're gonna be like slow as a turtle for the rest of the day. But I found out basically if you have some like pure sativa, so like right after, you can actually juggle your high back over. Basically, the terpenes will change your high. Smoke some like sour diesel, and shift your high right back over to being like where you're wide awake and you're back up and ready. So and I used to juggle with strains, blah blah blah. Anyway, my I went on a tangent with that just now because with the pineapple upside down cake, once you hit your plateau, I found it very interesting to say that, well, basically, like I start to crave like OG Kush, I guess would be the strain that I would complement that with, because like I said, you'll get to a plateau with a lot of strains. Purple Punch, even, you'll get to where you're just like nodding out after a gram. And for example, again, you take like a bong rip of sour diesel, you go right back the other way. Green Crack would be a really good strain to mix with it, but it's like one of my favorite sativas. Actually, actually is my favorite sativa, I guess. Um, but yeah, actually, some like sour diesel, like even right now, I mean, some OG Kush, like even right now, feels like that would just complement this high so good. I could smoke like a whole blunt of OG Kush after this, and I'd get to even like more masterful, complete high than just OG Kush by itself, even. Well, a lot of times I might just be in the mood for just that pure OG Kush, nonsensical. Oh my god, I'm stoned and it's very trippy type high. I could want either one. Anywho, I guess that's probably it for this strain review. Pineapple upside down cake. I hope it's informative and I hope it's risk reducing to your life. Uh, Peace out, you guys. Peace.